Is it Jesus or Yeshua? I grew up in a family that was involved with the Roman Catholic religion, and I don't know if it was just the teachings or the abuse I received from the priest, but something just never really resonated with me. And I remember being like a 8-year-old child and having conversations with Jesus, saying, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like I need to, wait to pray by my bed or go to a church to pray or ask someone else for forgiveness. And I was always just, talking to Jesus throughout the day. And eventually, I guess things got so bad that I decided to climb up a tree every time Sunday school or church rolled around and say I wasn't going. And, after doing it multiple times, it eventually worked. And I just took my own belief system with me, and the older I got, especially in 2014, after I tried to exit this reality and Archangel Michael appeared, I can definitely officially say I turned, quote unquote, spiritual at that point. And the more research I did and the more experiences I had, what I came across was that Jesus' real name was more likely Yeshua. And from my experiences, in 2020, on October 20th, I had a visitation from the soul of Jesus, and I was shown that when he was down here, his physical height was more likely around 5'2", plus or minus, but a lot shorter than 6'2". And I also had a meditation where I was shown his feet, and call it what you want, brown or black. He was definitely a lot darker than a white individual. So it started to resonate with me that his name was probably more likely Yeshua than it was Jesus. But when I would say, I tried to make the transition. I'm like, okay, because names have power, and the name that you talk to, that energy goes there, right? And so I was like, okay, Yeshua, Yeshua, Yeshua. But whenever I would say, the name Yeshua, it didn't have the same impact, because, when I say Jesus, it's like I can't say the name Jesus without feeling love in my heart. And I was talking to Jesus one time, just thinking in my head, and I'm like, Jesus or Yeshua, I'm like, I fell in love with you under the name Jesus. And if that's not your right name, I just want to say, anytime I'm talking to you, the individual that paid me a visit in my shower on October 20th, 2020, I just want you to know that I'm talking to you. But I was shown that, I received a download that if you prefer the term Jesus, that it's okay. The right individual is going to get your prayers. It's not something to stress about. Just something I wanted to share with you. Is it Jesus or Yeshua? I've determined that it's always going to be Jesus for me. Yeshua just doesn't have the same ring. Just hit 63,000 followers on TikTok. Greatly appreciate the support. Would love to see you over at YouTube at Saved by an Angel. Instagram at AshSam888. That's all I got. Smash a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.